So as most of you have probably already heard, Rooster Teeth is shutting down after 21 years. When I first saw the news of the shutdown, it didn't really hit me. And then a day later, I started reading some posts from people on a Rooster Teeth group I'm in on Facebook. And then every single memory I've ever had that was RT related just came flooding back all at once, and honestly I just broke down. Like, 21 years is a long time. I just wanted to make this video sharing some of the great memories I've had with Rooster Teeth and how much they meant to me over the past 21 years. I can proudly say that I've been a fan since the very beginning, which is crazy to think about because I was only 9 when Red vs. Blue first came out. I don't remember exactly how I came across RVB, but it must have had something to do with browsing online for Halo-related things, because Halo was, and still is, my favorite video game series. I used to set up all my friends with the Halo trial during lunch break in elementary school in the computer lab. And of course, I was always mentioning Red vs. Blue during our play sessions, and just saying mostly random Caboose quotes.
My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies.
I remember getting an MP4 that could play videos. It was like a tiny thing, like maybe like a 3-inch screen. It was really small, and it was only in like maybe not even 240p. I think it was like 144 or something awful like that. That's when LimeWire was still a thing, so I downloaded the first 3 seasons of Red vs. Blue, and so I loaded the 3 seasons onto my MP4 player, and this is when I started high school, so I was, of course, that moody teen who hated school and didn't want to be there, so a lot of the time in my classes, I would have my hood up, so my teachers couldn't see that I had my headphones in, and that I was just watching Red vs. Blue on my little MP4 player. And a fun little side note, if you've ever used LimeWire and FrostWire, this has probably happened to you, but Season 3 of Red vs. Blue was not Season 3 of Red vs. Blue. It was a very low-budget, medieval adult film, which I didn't realize until I put it on my MP4 player. So that was interesting to watch during class. I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously. I saw it and I was like, this is not Red vs. Blue. It was just labeled RVB Season 3. Red vs. Blue, of course, made me want to try to make my own machinima videos. But because I didn't have a capture card, I started experimenting with a game called Joint Operations. My dad has been a computer tech for many years, basically my whole life, so very long time. And at this point, we had about 4 or 5 computers that were always like set up in our basement, because he had his game nights every Saturday, so he'd have his friends come over and play Joint Operations. So I would set up one of the PCs as the free roam camera in the game, which would also have Fraps running on it, if you remember Fraps. And then I would run 2 or 3 other PCs as my characters, and then I would run back and forth between the computers, just acting out all these scenes. It wasn't very good. None of that stuff made it online, but it was just experimenting. A few months into high school, I actually made some friends that also watched Rooster Teeth, which was awesome. And eventually I got a capture card from my dad. This is before Elgato, so it was like a weird one that actually went onto the motherboard. It was old technology. We started working on our own Halo machinimas because I told them I have a capture card now. And we ended up making a couple of them. We called ourselves Kickem Productions. Honestly, they were never really that great, and I think my buddy deleted that channel anyways, so I can't find any of those clips. But eventually, it was just me and my really good friend Zach, who had like a real passion for making machinima. We had a science class together, and we spent most of the time just writing out scripts and tossing ideas around. And I actually still have the original handwritten script we made for, it was called Tales from Ghost Town, which never got made, but it was just really, really fun to make. Just really fun experience to just like make the script. We did make a few videos over the years, but it was honestly more fun just like tossing around random ideas while saying red versus blue quotes and just laughing and having a great time. So throughout the rest of high school, there isn't really anything too significant to share. It was just like the usual, just almost every weekend we spent playing Halo and watching Red vs. Blue. When I graduated in 2012 is when Rooster Teeth became a huge influence for me. I was watching so much Rooster Teeth content, the Minecraft and GTA Achievement Hunter videos. Those were playing constantly, every single day. I did eventually get a proper capture card, the Elgato, and I've been making videos on and off for many years. And I would sit there for hours just making little Minecraft mini games to play with friends. And on my second monitor, always had the Minecraft Let's Plays going. I forgot the name of it because it's been quite a few years. But I did remake that game on my world where the Achievement Hunter guys had ghouls behind. They would be shooting down at you, and you'd have to survive while they shot their fireballs at the floor. And then the floor would explode, but yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. The gas are going to attack us.
Out.
We've got no way to defend ourselves. We just have to avoid gas blasts and be the last person standing, and you will be the victor of this things to do. All right, come here, Caleb.
Oh,
my
Lord.
They're mad. They're mad as hell, and they're not going to take it anymore.
Is there anything under this wool, or are we just going to fall through?
You're going to fall to your death, my friend. That's the one way out.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You know, Ray raises an excellent point.
Whoa.
It's
Oh, no. Shit.
I got blown out of the game.
You guys got blown out of the game. I win.
Never ended up actually playing or recording any of these. It was more just like a comforting, relaxing kind of thing I did almost every day. It's just boot up creative and a Minecraft Let's Play and just got lost and created for hours. Because Rooster Teeth has always inspired me to create, and for some reason, the one most creative thing I always remember is seeing that clip of Monty, how he created the map of Remnant. He just smeared ketchup on a napkin, and then he's like, "This is the map." Like that was the map of Remnant, and I don't know. I just thought that was so cool. Honestly, if it wasn't for Ruby, I don't think I ever would have liked anime. I watched a lot of Digimon and like a little bit of Dragon Ball growing up, but like that was it. Something about the style of Ruby and the characters and just the creativity of Monty and like the whole team. I don't know. It was everything was just so awesome. So I guess Ruby was my gateway into anime, or at least got me to start watching more. I don't know. Blake will always be my favorite, by the way. Also, finding out that Monty was the creator of Haloid that I watched so much years before, and that was just really cool to find out as well, because I had no idea, and then I found out that he made Haloid, and I was like, I've seen this, and this is crazy, and it was great. Into my adult years, I did start watching less Rooster Teeth content, but usually like maybe 3-4 videos a week still. I always tried to watch every single thing they posted, but at one point there was just so much, and I actually felt kind of upset that I couldn't keep up, because I wanted to be like the super fan that watched everything, and I knew everything about Rooster Teeth. I think it was one of the Rooster Teeth podcasts that someone said that they have so much content now that you didn't have to watch everything, and that now they had something for everyone, which did make me feel better. In the more recent years, I haven't really kept up with a lot of their content. I was only really watching Funhouse and not like the core RT stuff, or whatever you want to call it. Rooster Teeth shutting down really hit me hard, mostly because Rooster Teeth to me was that childhood friend who you spent countless unforgettable time with, and then you both got older, you stopped hanging out as much, but you still keep in touch. And even though I didn't watch a lot of their stuff in the last few years, if I was ever feeling down or needed just needed a good laugh, I could always go to that good old friend Rooster Teeth, watch a couple videos, feel like a kid again, like had no worries. Sorry this video's gone on a little longer than I expected, but I could talk about Rooster Teeth all day. I guess just being here since the beginning and growing up watching Rooster Teeth and just literally growing up alongside Rooster Teeth, I just kind of thought that they would always be here, you know? I mean, in a way, they will be, because the community is just great. Honestly, I've always been sort of introverted and not very social, so I never really socialized online too much and took advantage of how amazing the community was for Rooster Teeth. But the few times I did post something, or maybe I was like asking a question, it was always such a good experience. I mean, I guess I kind of just lurked for 21 years, but like I was always there, and like it was just always just such a good community. This has been going on for a while, and there's just so much more I could say, but I gotta wrap this up. Rooster Teeth, thank you for the amazing 21 years, and I wish everyone the best in whatever comes next. I love you guys. We're all friends. Friends love each other. And remember, keep moving forward.